What's good with y'all? Coming at y'all with a daytime reaction. So, Pete, bro. Army Rangers smoked some Crips in 1989. Bro, listen, bro. Uh, I know how people who are in gangs and who gangbang and all that claim to be soldiers and all that. And they think they tough because they're in the war, they're at war with the police and they got guns over, like, they're just civilians with guns and stuff like that, bro. Listen, bro. Army niggas will always smoke people like this. It's not even close, bro. Not even close. Army niggas are like this is the police, and these are the army niggas. Big difference. Anyways, bro, let's get into the video.
Saturday, September 23rd, 1989.
Nobody recommended this video to me, by the way, bro. This just popped up in my feed, and I thought it'd be a nice little reaction, so I decided to watch this with y'all.
An Army Ranger who had just purchased a home on one of Tacoma, Washington's most gang-infested streets quickly became a witness to various illegal activity happening out front of his home. He wasn't shy of confronting it or notifying the authorities, and soon after, he became the target of one of the most notorious street gangs Washington State has ever seen. And after shaking up the hornet's nest one
Alright, this quality is amazing, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This quality is... bro, this quality is amazing, dude. Like, I'm just playing. But, what was I gonna say? Yo, no cap, bro. That's old school right there, bro. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that, bro. Like, y'all know those niggas that be in the hood? Like, they live... They don't really be in the hood. Like, they just live in a bad area type shit. And they don't they don't become a product of, they don't associate with, they like, it's like they don't even know the, like, they know the environment, what the environment's going on around them, bro, but they're not like a, like, they don't want no part of it, bro, and they're trying their hardest to stop it, and they do it in a positive way, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by this old school, bro. Not a lot of people do that shit no more. Everybody either joins up or just like ignores it, you know what I mean? But like, it's only certain people that actually try to do something about it. Like, they try to like actually um they try to help out their community. That's old school right there, bro. You don't see that a lot no more.
too many times, his home was ambushed by the Hilltop Crips gang, but not before he invited 15 of his Ranger buddies over for a barbecue. 300 rounds, and 10 minutes later, the Crips were fighting for their lives.
Yeah, bro, that man brought his Ranger buddies over. Oh yeah, y'all done, bro. And let me take it, bro. I know I keep pausing, but let me tell y'all something, bro. Rangers are, you know, the niggas that went to Mogadishu, bro, Somalia, and Black Hawk Down. Those are the Rangers. Niggas that operated in Desert Storm. Those are the Rangers. They ain't, bro. These ain't just army niggas. Like, these are Rangers, bro. The army's elite. Like, bro, these guys work with the SEALs, the berets. Like, dude, the what's it called? The Marine Recon. Yo, they be working with the SAS.
In 1989, the neighborhood of Ash Street in Tacoma, Washington was an open-air drug market. There were several hotspots, and almost every house on the block was an active and thriving trap house. These gang infestations in the 1980s, born from the crack epidemic, flooded the streets and created an economic downturn that defined the decade. You might remember President Ronald Reagan declaring the war on drugs, or his first lady who was just like, just say no, oh my god. That was this time. Tacoma was Washington State's ground zero of gang activity, and by the summer of 1989, it had grown blatant, middle of the day type shit, like selling crack to the ice cream man type shit. And this was all fueled by an influx of gang members moving in from California. Tacoma police had experienced nothing like it before and were really struggling to get it under control, oftentimes not even knowing how to respond to it. Ash Street neighbors consistently called police and called 911 repeatedly and got nowhere. The typical response from police at the time was very mild. Community-oriented policing was a new thing, such as taking bullshit calls and pretending like it's not bullshit.
Yes, ma'am. I know you can't sleep when the dogs are barking.
But community policing was still viewed with suspicion by veteran cops who came up in the 60s and preferred the old ways, like smacking people in the head with their portable radios. At the time,
And that's another thing too, like, and this is the messed up thing about it. In small towns and stuff like that, if the number of gang members, the number of gang and the amount of activity and all that outweighs the police, they legitimately like can't really do much about it. And especially now today, in today's day and age, bro, where there's a shortage of cops and all that, and like cops already have a really bad rap sheet. Like they can't do anything about it. Like if it's too like intense, bro, they can't do anything, bro. You know what I mean? Like stuff like this won't. Let me tell you where this stuff won't happen like that anymore, or it'll be very hard for it to happen. Like I'm talking about now. New York, like, well, actually, maybe not. Well, New York used to have a gun ban. So you couldn't have a gun at all in New York. Like New York was used to be strict. Now they revoked that. So I don't know. But like New York, Carolinas, both of them, Atlanta, like Dakotas, like places like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if they like that's why Chicago was so bad, bro. The feds had to go into Chicago. And it looks like the feds are gonna have to go down to Florida. That's why Florida's so bad. Places like that. Atlanta used to be bad back in the day. Now it's like kind of, you know what I mean? Back in the day, it was. And New York too. New York was really bad back in the day. But now it's, you know, even Cali. And Cali got calmed down though. So, but you seen what happened, bro, with the LA riots? You know what I mean? Like, the police didn't even know what to do, bro. The army had to come and shut that down. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? Like, shit is crazy, bro.
Tacoma Police Chief Ray Faitlin pushed these new community policing programs so far that the Hilltop Crip gang rose to power.
Oh, copyright. I can't, yeah. I don't want that copyright, you know what I'm saying?
The 2nd Ranger Battalion 75th Ranger Regiment. Staff Sergeant William Folk of the 2nd Ranger Battalion 75th Ranger Regiment purchased his home on Ash Street in hopes that the neighborhood would soon turn around. To protect that investment, he was determined to help push the drugs and gangs out by any means necessary.
Old school. I'm telling you, bro, I'm really telling y'all, nobody does anything like this no more. It's well, I wouldn't say nobody, but not a lot of people do things like that anymore, bro. It's sad, but like, you know what I mean? It, like, at some point, bro, the community just got to get together, bro, and just say, bro, we don't want this in here, no. Like, you know what I mean? Let's, like, kick it out. And they can do that. They just choose not to, or choose to join it. You know, be a part of it. It's crazy, but it's how it is.
Which may seem crazy to most people, but Staff Sergeant Folk was not most people. He was an elite operator who at a moment's notice could hit hard and smash fucking everything. You know, Ranger shit. But violence was the last thing the Staff Sergeant wanted, and he remained optimistic. In the summer of 1989, Folk returned from a December deployment in Panama to find the neighborhood worse than when he left. Along with other neighbors who were honest, hard-working people, he formed a neighborhood group that pressed police, demanding action. The neighbors started making signs, protesting, and taking pictures of the drug dealers. Even as the tension on Ash Street rose, Chief Faitlin made a decision he would later regret. Hamstrung by budget constraints and desperately short on the patrol side, he shifted 4 of 6 officers away from the Hilltop Crime Management Team to launch a community policing pilot project. The neighbors on Ash Street reacted with dismay. Under fire from citizens and the city council, a local Tribune covered the controversy, noting efforts by Ash Street neighbors to monitor the drug activity themselves. After the News Tribune piece, Drug trafficking.
This is how niggas like Oliver Queen are born, bro. You heard what Oliver Queen said in season 1 of Arrow? If it's not gonna be the courts and it's not gonna be the cops, then it's gonna be me. Bro, that nigga Queen, bro. This nigga is this is the Oliver Queen of his neighborhood. Let's keep it real, bro. I'm being honest with you.
Traffic on Ash Street slowed, but only so much. Staff Sergeant Folk was used to seeing more than 100 cars pass through his block on any given day, and after the story appeared, it was down to 20 cars. Folk decided to install a video camera in his upstairs window.
I didn't even catch that.
100 cars passed through his block on any given day, and after the story appeared, it was down to 20 cars. Folk decided to install a video camera in his upstairs window to record the traffic. He organized a neighborhood barbecue as a show of public unity set for 3 p.m. Saturday, September 23rd. He invited neighbors, friends, ranger buddies, and thought nothing more of it. The day of the barbecue, a group of Hilltop Crip gangbangers acknowledged Folk outside of his residence and gave him the gun finger. It came from a car full of Crips. Driving by his house, the index finger pointed, thumb up, a little flip of the hand, and the mouth words, boom, boom.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some nigga at my job told me this, bro. Being a gangster is some soft ass shit, nigga. That shit don't make you tough, bro. I'm sorry. Nigga, having a gun, using it to terrorize civvies, bro, or other niggas that you don't even really know like that, bro. That shit don't make you cool, bro. Pushing drugs, doing all that. That shit don't make you cool, my nigga. Like, being a gangster is really, like, that shit is really an ass life to live. Like, that's an L life for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, y'all gonna argue with me and say, oh, some people don't have a choice. They gotta sell drugs. They gotta, they gotta sell drugs to feed their families. They gotta, do what they gotta do to get out of the struggle. Bro, listen, bro. You do what you gotta do to get out of the struggle, but it's always another way, bro. It's always another way. And before you say, well, sometimes they ain't got that way, like, nigga, you gotta keep in mind, bro, what they're doing is also hurting you. That shit is hurting you, bro. They selling drugs. That shit, where do you think the drugs get sold to, nigga? Dogs, bro? Freaking block brick walls on the street, bro? They get sold to people with problems. You know how many niggas die from drugs, nigga? Like, you know how many people die from that, bro? A crazy amount of people die from drugs and overdoses and all that. There's a bus station in a town near me, bro, where like I think it was like 19 or something. I don't even know, bro. And like 19 people died from freaking 19 people died, bro, from overdosing in that freaking bus stop. They were dropping like flies in there. Like, dude. And where you think that shit comes from, bro?
The gangsters saw the video camera on Folk's house, and a few hours later they returned and threw rocks at it. Someone else took shots at the house and the video camera with a BB gun. Folk and a few ranger buddies then walked across the street to confront the out-of-shape, chain-smoking gangbangers who think they're hard. Folk...
Oh my god, there's no way, dude. There's no way. It put Island Boys on here, bro. I would talk about Island Boys, but it's no point.
told them to stop throwing things at his home and the neighbors' homes, to stop shooting BBs, and to instead turn their lives around and find better ways. The gangbangers warned him to take the camera out of his window. The gangbangers suggested the staff sergeant didn't know who he was dealing with. The staff sergeant suggested the gangbangers didn't know.
You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who you're dealing, bro. I love when people use that line, bro. And they say it's in anime, bro. It's in anime too for a reason, like, bro. Oh, it's always the weaker niggas that say that shit, like that say it first on the low. They're like, oh, you don't know who you're dealing with. Oh, funny. I was about to say the same thing. It's always the weakest niggas in anime that say that, bro. Say I'm wrong. It's always the weakest niggas, bro. Y'all remember when Datara fought Itachi, my nigga? That's what this nigga is Itachi, bro. These niggas Datara. Bro, do you remember how dumb Itachi made Datara look, bro? That nigga didn't even break a sweat. Datara, he almost had Datara kill himself, and Itachi basically stood in the same place the entire time, my nigga. That's how dumb these niggas are right now. These niggas are Datara, bro. These niggas are gonna, bro. This dude is gonna mess these niggas over like they don't know. You're dealing with a ranger, dog. This man is gonna hunt you down, bro. You can't do nothing. And he got 15 more rangers around him, bro. That's what the video said. 15 more rangers, bro. You think you gonna stop? All right.
Who they were dealing with.
Bro, hey, there won't be no more gang members after they done.
Your history, bitch. And told them they were gonna... They then told him, your history, bitch. And told him they were gonna burn his house down and light him up as soon as the sun goes down. Folk decided to walk away, and before he returned to his home, he overheard one of the Crips stating, I'm gonna shoot that army son of a bitch. Folk then walked inside his house, he picked up his telephone, called some more of his ranger buddies from the 2nd Ranger Battalion, and invited them over for a barbecue, suggesting it wouldn't hurt if they came armed. With translation, bring your own bullets. Hey guys, let's have a barbecue.
Oh yeah, you already know they brought all the ammo, bro. They bought, bro. You see everything they got in that photo. This one right here, yeah, that, bro, all that, yeah. Oh, y'all messed up, bro.
Okay.
And this is 1989, bro. Everything is legal. A civilian can have anything. Oh shoot, they done messed up, bro. Now, right now, bro, you can't even buy out unless you live in like a state like Dakota, bro, or Colorado. You can't buy out automatic anything, bro. In 1989, nigga, you could buy a freaking, bro, anything short of a rocket launcher, to be honest, bro.
Oh yeah, what are we gonna smoke? Just some Crips. Including the few rangers who were already at the barbecue and the rangers called, the total of rangers grew to 15. Folk told them to bring personal weapons and whatever else they had. They came armed to the teeth with handguns, shotguns, and rifles. Folk was armed with a Browning 9mm and a Colt Python 357 Magnum. Fucking Magnum. Who's the gangster now, bitch? Over a couple beers, Folk pitched to his buddies a defensive operation of his home. Stake out locations and wait. No first moves. If police come, disarm immediately, cooperate, and assist. And all of his buddies joyfully agreed and were fucking down. They thought maybe nothing will happen, but if it does, zero tolerance for dudes shooting gats and smoking Swisher Sweets. As the sun went down, the rangers dispersed into their defensive positions, alert and observant of any and all activity inside and outside.
Y'all not getting in that house, bro. That house is on lockdown. You gonna try and burn that house, bro? That place is on lockdown, my guy. Let me tell you too. Even though he circled all these points, you see how he has bush or that's probably trees. I don't know what to say. Some of y'all might be thinking, oh, they probably gonna put a sniper up there. I don't really think so. Just because the freaking, if you put a sniper up there, yeah, he could probably cover a point, but he's too exposed. He has no cover.
Inside the perimeter of the house. A few hours had passed as the rangers held their positions. One ranger observed a vehicle approaching in the distance at a slow rate of speed, at which point the vehicle shut off its headlights. Folk, with his Magnum in hand, returned the favor and turned out the lights in his house and in the yard. At 9:20 p.m., as the vehicle approached, someone within the vehicle fired a shot into the air. The house was now taking fire from the rear, where, according to police reports, small caliber automatic gunfire was heard. The rangers opened a shit ton of fire, but so did the Hilltop Crips. One of the rangers, William Edwards, was posted on the front porch. When the shooting started, he hit the ground as a bullet slammed into the wall beside him. He and other rangers returned fire, seeing figures running amongst parked cars on the other side of the street. Ranger Russell Nolte, posted in the backyard, crawled forward as a shot hit the back of the house 3 feet over his head. Ranger Burr Settles was posted upstairs by the infamous controversial fucking video camera as a
Bro, that's another thing too, bro. Nigga, when you duck and cover, bro, and you're shooting like that, bro, do you know how hard it is for somebody to hit you? Because they can't see you.
shot came through the window. The bullet grazed his head, and he received multiple lacerations on his face from the shattered glass. Numerous muzzle flashes were now seen from the east. There were at least 16 shooters in 3 different locations. The Rangers again returned fire, while outside the assailants took cover amongst the parked cars, shooting over their shoulders, ducking down, shooting blindly, stupid shit like that like gangsters do. At this time, a neighbor taking cover on her kitchen floor dialed 911. And just like the famous Wild West shootout at the OK Corral, it was over in minutes. 10 minutes, to be exact. The first police car came down the middle of the street, cherries and berries on, with his siren blaring. The Rangers dropped their weapons, but as that first patrol car arrived on scene, one of the Hilltop Crip gang members popped a round off, sending the patrol car reversing out of the scene so quickly, smoke was seen coming from the rear tires. Officers in the car reported hearing 50 to 60 shots in less than 1 minute. Shortly after, more cops pulled into the block, and the gangbangers ran.
Smart what that cop did. Y'all might say, oh, that cop is scared turning around. Think about it, bro. If you was in a cop car, bro, and you're driving into an area where you don't really know about, you notice a lot of gang activity in the area, but you don't really know it for real, and you hear 50 to 60 shots in less than a minute, bro, you kind of got you, bro. You got to think for a second, bro. It's not really smart for me to just run it, at least by myself. Now, if I got a squad with me, like 10 cars, bro, you know what I mean? Like, now that's way different. If I got the force with me, you know what I mean? But, like, just me, bro, listen, bro, I'm not really equipped to handle the situation. And this is another messed up thing, too, bro, because gang members were originally formed, I read this somewhere, the Crips and Bloods were originally formed not to sell drugs. I don't know about the Bloods. I know the Crips. They weren't formed to sell drugs. And they weren't formed to sell drugs, do no violence, do none of that, bro. The Crips, the Black Panthers, and something else. They were originally formed to protect the community from the racist police. That's what they were formed for in the late 1950s, 1958, and the 60s. That's what they were for. That's what they were for. But look at what they turned into, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. It's a messed up world we live in, bro. They just abused their power. They said, alright, bro, I'm finna just use this power then to do this and that. Shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy as hell. And they finally met a bigger fish. Y'all not smoking Rangers, bro. And we eating the PB&J today.
The unarmed staff sergeant walked out the back door to his driveway and the alley behind his house. He felt someone behind and didn't fight. A hand shoved his head down and a voice ordered him to the ground. One gang member by the name of Frankie Strickland was cornered by a police canine and found to be in possession of 16 rounds of 9mm. He said he was holding them for a friend but couldn't remember the friend's name. Like a fucking liar. He also said the same thing about the pistol he was carrying. It was for a friend. Another suspect was carrying copper-headed rounds for a gas gun. Once the situation was under control and the officers learned about the Rangers' defensive operation, the responding sergeant of the Tacoma Police Department wasn't too happy about it. He lectured Folk and the other Rangers for not calling the police for assistance until shots were fired, and felt that the situation may have been avoided by calling 911 prior to the shooting getting started. Out of what was quite possibly a 35-man gunfight with over 300 rounds shot in the dark, no one was reported to be killed or injured. For 20 years, the official version of the shootout held that miraculously no one was hurt, but there are rumors injured gang members did not seek medical attention for obvious reasons, and some may have even been mortally wounded. And according to Folk himself, during the firefight, one gang member rushed towards Folk's house. I guess he thought he was gonna John Wayne it, Folk remembered. One of the Rangers took aim and hit the gangster in the shoulder. The attacker staggered back and ran away. The moment goes unmentioned in police reports and witness accounts of the time. Unverified gossip holds that the wounded man was treated at a Seattle area hospital, over an hour away from Tacoma. Doug Sutherland, who was mayor at the time, pondered a declaration of a citywide version of martial law to combat the gang violence that immediately drew national attention. The city of Tacoma found the dollars to add more police officers to their department. Then Governor Booth Gardner even considered sending in the National Guard to Ash Street. The Hilltop Crip gang member who was arrested and found in possession of the 9mm and the pistol, Frankie Strickland, was the only man charged in connection with the shootout. He was convicted of second-degree assault and was later sentenced to 22 months in prison. The military officially considered the incident a matter of self-defense for the off-duty Rangers. On February 9th, 2010, Tacoma Police and FBI launched a major crackdown on the Hilltop Crip gang and charged 32 members with up to 50 crimes, everything from theft to attempted murder and drug sales. A few years back, a Tacoma police officer said something about the shootout. He said it was the single most important incident in Tacoma that caused a change in police policies and practices. Staff Sergeant William Folk never moved away from Ash Street, and as he predicted,
It's like what Oliver Queen said, bro. People see nothing wrong with raising themselves up by stepping on other people's throats, and it has to stop. And if it's not gonna be the cops, it's not gonna be the courts, it's gonna be me. Bro, that's real though, bro. I mean, you gotta think about it, bro. If it took that to make change. It's not that people, and here's the crazy thing, and this is the sad part too. It's not that people can't make it change. Like it's not that change can't happen. Everybody wants change, but nobody themselves want to change. Then nobody wants to help contribute to that change. And if nobody does that, bro, listen, bro, we're screwed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why the only one we could trust with change, bro, is God. That's it, bro. I mean, y'all don't have to, y'all is y'all, bro. Y'all do whatever. I trust God with change. That's me. But alright, yo.
he was never promoted and left the Army in 1993. He still owns the property to this day. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. There's a lot more of these historical crime breakdowns in the works, and you don't want to miss them. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yep. I ain't gonna lie though. That was a good. Wait, what? Army vet steals tank and destroys San Diego. That might be the next one I react to, y'all. Hey, bro, that might be the next one I react to. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. See y'all boys later. Peace.